How do you do, y'all? This is John, and today we are talking about Resident Evil Biohazard, a video game that came out back in 2017 from Capcom. And in Resident Evil Biohazard, it deals with this man. You are playing as Ethan Winters, and you go to investigate this house owned by this family called the Bakers. You go there because Ethan's wife has been missing for 3 years now, and all of a sudden he gets an email from her saying, "Hey, I'm here." And then the nightmare is unleashed. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the video game. This story is very reminiscent of some of the classic horror films. Not necessarily a ripoff of them, but it definitely pays homage to them, especially the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The whole Baker family thing's definitely inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's no denying it at all. And not only that, but unlike some of the other Resident Evil games, this one's definitely more personal to the hero character. Ethan's whole reasoning for being there is to get his wife. That is it. He did not, have any desire to get intertwined in some biohazard, emergency situation. He did not know that what I call the molding exists. He did not know about, the molded creatures or anything like that. He just wanted his wife back. He is essentially thrown into this situation that he did not ask to be in. And not only that, but let's also talk about the character of Ethan Winters. Okay, first and foremost, you never see his face. However, he, conveys the most human elements out of the majority of Resident Evil characters. And that's saying a lot, because there are characters that are, developed in a great fashion, like Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Leon Kennedy, that feel human. However, Ethan Winters, there's just something different about this guy. Just that undying love for his wife. It makes you want to root for him. Makes you want to continue playing as him to try and save her. This game's also in the first-person perspective, much like the Call of Duty games, which is honestly unique for Resident Evil. This one and its sequel, Village, are like the only ones that do that. The other games, it's like third-person, over the shoulder, or, the fixed camera system, which I kind of have the controversial opinion of thinking that fixed camera's stupid. But with this being in first person, it has all of the benefits of a first person video game, which makes the whole, the whole playthrough that you're going with more frightening. The scariest video games can get with third person over the shoulder, like Resident Evil 2's pretty scary. First person, it's just different. Different because then you're playing as the character through the eyes of the character, and it creates this sort of illusion that you are Ethan Winters. It amplifies that fear factor a little bit. Not kidding, this is like the third time I've played this game, and it is still very unnerving. Going into dark hallways, you just have this sense of dread. Dealing with the molded, you're just sitting there going, okay, I'm going to take a few steps back as I shoot this thing, and oh crap, there's something behind me. Yeah, that happens. I'm not going to lie. First time I played this, which was all the way back in 2017, I was terrified. And, surprisingly, third time playing this, it still unnerves me. And I still get that sense of dread going into dark hallways and stuff while playing this game. It is, in my opinion, the scariest game of the entire Resident Evil series. How's the voice acting? The voice acting's great. I love it. There's not a single weak cast member amongst the voice actors. It's all perfect. I have nothing to complain about. In terms of the visuals of the game, this game is great looking. Capcom, went out of their way to create their own game making engine for this game, and they've been using it since for every Resident Evil game. From what I understand, the Monster Hunter games as well. And this engine they created is just holy crap. There's not much really more I can say. It's just a great looking video game. They managed to visually make this whole landscape look ominous and eerie. I will admit there were a couple bugs that I unfortunately ran into. One of them molded just phasing through a wall or something. Something I only just recently noticed, and I think it had something to do with the fact that, I had the digital PS5 upgrade I downloaded after, putting my PS4 copy in. Maybe it was a bug created by the upgrade. I don't know. All in all, Resident Evil Biohazard. This is honestly my personal favorite Resident Evil game. Even though it may not be, technically speaking, the best made Resident Evil game, this is my personal favorite. The voice acting's great. The visuals are great. It's, in my opinion, the scariest game of the entire series. The story is, incredible. Yes, there's the obvious horror classic homages and stuff, but it never just completely rips off the classic horror films. And if you guys have not played this game yet, I highly recommend it. We are getting a physical PS5 upgrade release pretty soon. I'm very excited for it. I might have pre-ordered it, even though, yes, my PS4 copy works, but the way PlayStation is, I don't know if this is future me editing this video. There's this one element that I don't think I explained very well. So, as much as I love PlayStation and stuff, there is this serious flaw with PlayStation. That is backwards compatibility. If you have a PS4 game, you can play it on the PS5, of course. However, PlayStation 3, on the other hand, no such luck. Backwards compatibility only occurs with the previous generation. So PlayStation 4 games, when PlayStation 6 comes around, no, you're going to be able to play them. Stupid. It's pretty obvious why they do that. I shouldn't even have to explain it. As much as I love the PlayStation, and I do prefer it over Xbox, something like that. Yeah, huge serious flaw. I pre-ordered the PlayStation 5 version of this game. That way I can continue to play it during the PlayStation 6 era. Anyway, highly recommend it. If you missed out on it during the PlayStation 4 era, getting a physical release in PlayStation 5 real soon. I highly recommend going and getting it. I'm going to give Resident Evil Biohazard a 10. That's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, please remember, the Brodetsky will return.